Okay, how many of you guys remember the start routine that we just went over? Wouldn't it be great if our child just followed directions the first time we asked? Yes. Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay, so I'm gonna talk about how we're gonna role play and practice the start routine so that you can go home and try it with your children. So if you turn to page 52 in your workbook, and you can follow along if you want, we're gonna break up into 3 groups. Each person's gonna have a chance to play the child, the parent, and the observer. We're all gonna have 20 minutes to complete this group activity. We'll have about 5 minutes per role play, and then 2 minutes for self-reflection. And just remember, you're gonna get a chance to play all 3 roles.
Ooh, fun.
Okay, so let's break up into groups. Groups of 3, so 1, 2, 3. You guys can be a group. 1, 2, 3. You can be a group. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna explain each role. The role of the observer is to make sure we stay on task. We don't want any of the role plays to go over 5 minutes. They're gonna monitor the parent, and then they're gonna aid in the self-reflection process and help the parent focus on what they did well. As the role of the parent, if you're doing that first, you're gonna practice implementing both sides, once where the child cooperates, once when they don't cooperate, and then you're gonna self-reflect on what you did well. If you're playing the child, you have to be cooperative the first time, okay? Do whatever direction you're asked to do, and then you get to be non-compliant the second time.
Okay.
Please make sure you keep your level of non-compliance mild,
Okay.
and when the parent asks you to go to quiet time, you follow with that.
Got it.
Okay? So I'm gonna give you a minute to figure out in your groups which person's gonna be the parent, the child, and the observer first. Okay, I'm gonna model it for you just so you guys kind of know what you're doing when you break off into your group. Can I have a volunteer?
I'll volunteer.
Christy, can you come be my volunteer? Okay, I'm gonna have you be the role of the child. So first, you're gonna comply with what I'm asking you to do, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be the parent. Christy, it's time for dinner. Can you please get up and wash your hands?
Sure, Mom, I'll go wash my hands.
Thank you, Christy. I love how you got up and washed your hands. Now it's time for dinner.
You're welcome, Mom. Bring on the grub.
Okay, so that was the first time. You give your direction, you wait 5 seconds. Christy did what I asked, so now she's gonna be non-compliant, and we'll see how that plays out. Christy, it's time for dinner. Can you please go wash your hands?
Sure, Mom, I'll be right there.
Gonna wait 5 seconds. Christy, please go wash your hands. It's time for dinner.
Okay, Mom, I'll be right there. I'm coming right now.
5 more seconds. Okay, Christy, you did not follow my directions when I asked you to wash your hands. Will you please go to quiet time?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, so I want each one of you guys to remember to take a turn. Oh, I'm sorry. Our observer. You're gonna then prompt the parent, which would be me. If I was the observer, I'd ask, okay, what do you think went well in that scenario? I could say I felt like it went well when I praised her for doing what I asked, and then when I waited the 5 seconds and escorted her to quiet time. So make sure you're definitely self-reflecting and picking out the parts that you feel like went well. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys 20 minutes, break up into your groups, and I'll be walking around and checking on you, see if you need any help.